arthroscopic anterior labrum and capsule reconstruction using the Magnetiscope and the Sawbones fast dome with a glenoid and labrum insert. Presented by Stephen J. Snyder and Matthew M. Crow from the Southern California Orthopedic Institute. So the next thing I want to show you is how we set up the glenoid. It's a little trickier. On each of these anatomy pieces that Sawbones gives you, they always leave the labrum, or in this case the rotator cuff, a little bit long. The reason for that is that they want to be sure that they can accommodate any type of surgery you want to do. In the rotator cuff, of course, some people will want to do double row repair, and the tendon then needs to be a little longer because it's not very stretchy. In the labrum, they leave the capsule on the outside. They have a posterior, a superior, and an anterior labrum, and they have pre-drilled holes, 3 in the back, 3 in the front, and 1 in the top for a slap lesion. To prepare this model, we've actually amputated a little bit of the biceps tendon. We've cut down the labrum a little bit in the front to give us a better visualization of our holes. But that's something that you need to do before you do your operation. Otherwise, it's difficult to see the anatomy. So it's much like debriding that you do before you did repair. Now, this is the opaque dome. We've set up, remember, you can tilt this, you can rotate it, you can put it any way you want, but it has to be exactly right, both for your portals and for your camera. So don't settle for less than a perfect view. We'll put our Super Ice camera in, and we'll tighten it up. And there you can see, that's the stump of the biceps tendon. There's the anterior, and there's the posterior and we'll go ahead and we'll start. And what I want to do, again, remember, we can always record by clicking or turn off our recording by clicking. So this is the record that we made, the video record of the demonstration. So we'll turn that off. The next thing I'm going to demonstrate is doing a labral reconstruction, both anterior and then we'll simulate a posterior using the opaque dome Super Ice camera. We'll open our QuickTime player. We'll go to File, New Movie Recording. We'll go to View, enter full screen, and we're ready to go. I'm going to start the recording like that, and then I want to just show you the different portals that we've chosen. One thing I'll tell you, if you use the dry dock cannulas with the outer sleeve, it's a good idea to cut out 2 or 3 of the little leaflets of these rubber portals, and it makes them easier to put in and out. So the posterior portal will be here. This is the one we'll use to retrieve our sutures. You can see we can focus on that. And then the anterior portal is here. And we've drilled 3 holes. We could probably have a lower hole there to do our lowest anchor. But we'll, just for sake of time, we'll go ahead and just use the portals that we have. Now, it's very important that all of our adjustment areas are tightened down really well, so that when we push to insert our anchors or pull to tie our sutures, that things don't fall apart. Now, I'm using a metal anchor here, and we'll have some real inexpensive anchors available to go with this in a little bit. But I'm going to put it down. I won't put it all the way to the seating line because it'll make it too difficult to remove. But we'll then take out the screwdriver and we'll reach in the back. This is a single loaded anchor. A lot of times we'll use double loaded anchors. We'll take one of the sutures, the one closest to the labrum, and we'll pull to shorten the posterior one, and that'll identify it later as the post. We'll put our grasper in position, and then we will take a spectrum needle. This one's a turn to the left 45 loaded with a shuttle relay. We'll put this in place, and I'm going to do like a capsular plication along with my labral repair. So we can run our needle up and through like that, through the capsule, and up and under the labrum. I like to go as much under it as possible. And right below the anchor, we'll focus a little and then retrieve the shuttle with our grasper, carry it on out the back, and here we can load the suture in the eyelet of the shuttle. These shuttles have an eyelet on either end and one in the middle, so if one were to break, you could always use the others. It's important to hold both ends of the suture. Load a couple inches and hold both ends, and then as you back the needle out, the shuttle will carry the suture up and through. So we can see the plication stitch there and our simple suture. And what we'll do now is tie these. And we want to use the one that we've shortened, the one that was in the back, as our post. We can check it if we like, make sure we've got the right one, and then we'll clamp it and tie it with our SMC knot, which is our sliding locking knot, and we'll tie the knot on the outside, and then by pulling on the post we'll deliver the knot down to the capsule and snug it up like that. Notice how the labrum is then pulled up into position, and then we can pass point and lock. We'll finish this knot with 3 alternating half hitches. The first one goes over. For the sake of time, just go ahead and cut this suture, and then we'll mid-glenoid cannula. So we could just do the labral repair here, or if we want, we can do it capsular plication. The other thing we can do, if we want from posterior repair, we can again go percutaneously right through the portal here. We can put our anchors in, and we can do our stitching here through the posterior mid-glenoid cannula. So we could just do the labral repair here, or if we want, we can do it capsular plication. That concludes our demonstration of the Magnetiscope and the Sawbones dome. Again, if it's used with the fast tools, it would be called the Magnetifast camera. This is available through Sawbones in Vashon, Washington, www.sawbones.com. And I think that it's going to be very useful for any student, young physician in training, or even an experienced doctor who wants to perfect his or her skills with rotator cuff, biceps, labrum, capsule, slap lesion, or any of these operations. So thanks for your attention. If you have any questions, my name is Steve Snyder. I'm at sjsscoi@gmail.com. Send me a note. Thank you very much.